All right, guys, we're already to module 5, and I love this one, and it is finding your niche. All right, what is the niche? Your niche is your special area of service. It is your brand. It is your ideal client. It is everything that makes you unique and that sets you apart from every other person. A health coach is not really a niche. I am a health coach. Great. There's a lot of health coaches. There's a lot of health coaches that aren't working. But what is your niche? Your niche is going to be what you do as that health coach. Who is your ideal client? So this is a great example I usually give people when we speak over the phone. And imagine you are in a room with 1,000 people, or let's just say 100. We'll make the math easier, right? 100 people, and they're all there interested in wellness, looking for a coach. So there's 100 people in this room, and there's 5 of you selling yourself essentially to this 100 people. Okay. The first 4 people in front of you get up there and they cover all their bases, right? Because they're trying to appeal to the entire audience of 100 people. So they say, hey, I'm a trained health coach. These are my credentials. These are all the cool things I've done. This is my name, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to say, I help people with this and this and this and this and this. I help men of all ages and I help women of all ages and I do stuff with kids. And I also help with, every autoimmune condition. And I love gut health. I know about gut health. And I da 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 da. So the next person goes, the second person. And all 4 of these people in front of you, you're the last, okay? You're the 5th person. And all 4 of these people in front of you do the same thing, but maybe they try and add a little more because they're just trying to add something more that the person in front of them didn't have, right? If we add more, then we are of more value to those people standing in front of us, right? We're going to get more of those 100 clients. They're going to be ours, right? Because we're all in competition. All 5 people on stage are in competition for these 100 clients, okay? So they're going to do all this stuff, okay? You get up there. This is what a niche is, okay? You get up there and you recognize that instead of trying to appeal to the masses like the 4 before you did, that you want real clients. Because some of these people may walk away not even wanting a health coach, right? They don't even necessarily know, if they're really ready to do this. So instead, you get up there and you say, my name is blah, blah, blah. This is my education. This is my story. I specialize in female hormones, especially with women entering the menopausal stage with female hormones and things like thyroid conditions and etc. And I help these women balance their hormones through gut health and mindset strategy coaching. And these are some of my testimonials, and these are some of the things I do, right? That is your niche. So, a good chunk of the audience may have kind of turned off of you because you weren't, there were men in that group. And there's, women that are, 21 and they're not even thinking about this stuff. But every woman in that group that is in that age range, that has those conditions, that is struggling with autoimmune thyroid problems, just honed right into you because you spoke directly to them, and they will remember you, and they've just written off all 4 people in front of you now. So you've just guaranteed that these are your clients, and they're likely to be loyal and to follow through and to not walk out of the room not really needing a health coach because they didn't even know if they wanted it anyway. Their friend drug them here, and they just thought they'd see what it was all about. Now they're going, oh wow, that thing I deal with, this girl, this man, whatever, can help me specifically with my stuff. They just spoke to me exactly. Like, they will feel like you were speaking to them in an audience of 100, and they will remember you because of it. That is a niche. And our niche, what we do when our coaches sign up with HWCA is we put them through the pre-business immersion, and we do their vision setting call. So in their vision setting call, initially, after they set up, we kind of play with the niche idea. Some people come in really experienced and have already been rocking and rolling and kind of have a pretty defined view of what their niche is, but others, they're just getting started. So we play with it, and it may morph by the time you're done. It may morph throughout your life. That's fine. There's ways you're going to see who your ideal client is, and what niche of yours really speaks to your heart, to what you're having the best success with, and what you're having the best responsiveness with, and all that kind of stuff. And so it will we'll elaborate on it over time, but that's one of the biggest things that we focus on initially is your niche, because that's how you create your brand. That is how you define your ideal client. That's how you have your audience, and once you've figured all of those things out, now when you do your education and when you put all that content out there, you can put it out to those ears, to those people in that crowd of 100 that are now going to hear you, instead of just throwing it out to the masses and hoping it catches and hoping some people come to you. That is actually the coaches that niche down, and we call it like almost super micro targeting like that, they are the most successful. And of course, you are an entrepreneur. This is your business. Nobody will ever can make you, nor should make you make any choices with your business. If you want to, be a fluid coach, then that is absolutely your right. But it's something to think about, especially if you're having issues really getting clients and with your branding and kind of, knowing who your target audience is. Your niche is really, really, your micro niche, let's say, is really, really important. So one thing I want you guys to maybe do today, and I will say too that by defining your ideal client, by bringing it out like that, you're able to build rapport. You're able to tailor your content and your services and even your branding, the colors in your logos and your website and everything to that ideal client. There's people who are going to be working more with women, and people will be working more with men, and they'll be working more in a certain age range, or they'll be working more with certain conditions. And all that content, even from visual appeal to verbiage to where you're finding them, what types of social media. Guess what? What is it? TikTok is probably not going to be, if your age range that you're targeting is, women above 50, TikTok's probably not going to be the best way to find your ideal client. I mean, it's just not. Don't get me wrong. I know quite a few. There's exceptions to every rule, but this is how you know where to be seen and what to be putting out on these areas that, in these different platforms and what you're sharing, because you got to know who you're speaking to. And you can't know that if you don't know your niche, you don't know who your ideal target audience is. Okay, so something I want you to think about, just get those wheels turning. What is your niche? And how to figure out what your niche is to kind of sit back and ask yourself, first of all, what are you passionate about? Okay, health and wellness. Gut health. Gut health is a niche. It is. Take it even further than that. We encourage our students to take it even further than that. And we mentor them through this process, by the way. So when they sign up, we do this with them, and we help them where they might get stuck. Because sometimes you get stuck, and it's good to have a business coach. It's good to have a freak like me on the other end who loves coming up with different businesses and things with other people. It's the joy of my life. I'll tell you that. So, so what are you passionate about? What is your story? What is your person? Not that you've got to only work with people who are in your age range and your gender and all that. Maybe it's totally opposite. But often, is it moms, new moms who are, going through more postpartum depression and have toddlers, and they're trying to do this work-life balance, or they're stay at home and they're trying to get their health back because they've really let themselves go, because everyone knows, like I said, just had a baby a week ago as of the taping of this right now. We pour into our kids and our family, and then we kind of step back and we feel frumpy, and you know what I mean? And I mean, dads too, is it the dad that's working his butt off 60 hours a week to provide for his family, that's dealing with stress, that's, not taking care of his body because he can't even wrap his brain around it right now? How does he find ways to incorporate this into his life? Who is your ideal client? Who are you speaking to? Who are you? Where have you come from? What is your story? And how is that playing into your business? Okay, that is how you find your niche. So please write this down. Do some meditating on it. Maybe you already know. If you already have a niche, or you think you have a niche, ask yourself, is that really your niche, or could you go a bit further? Is it working for you? Is it responsive? Is it fulfilling you? And then please do feel free to share this with the closed group, because we love nothing more than to hear everybody's shares. Okay, so I will see you guys there, and I will see you again in Module 8.